What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the
Unwaxed podcast.
You got it, babe. Try again.
I don't even know what that was.
You got it. Do it again.
Okay. Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters.
Yay, Sophia!
I
You
tried.
did it.
Speech delay.
Speech delay. Sophia and I, if you're watching the podcast right now, we are in full-blown milk-maid dress
Kind
wear.
of. I'm in a skirt shirt, but I got inspiration from her walking out the door this morning.
And you're probably wondering, why are you guys looking like you're from Little House on the Prairie? Well, my friends, it is prime man hunting season in New York. It's prime Aperol season in New York. It's prime wanting to get approached on the street season in New York. Care to chime in, Sophia?
Because I didn't do that for that reason.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So then why did you try so hard to look like the cutest little girly girl today?
Because I've been wanting to wear this skirt for the past 2 weeks, and the other day I tried to wear it. Cecile said it looked too cold and I looked too summery. And now it's 80 degrees. And so the moment I saw her in a white flowy outfit, I'm like, the skirt can finally be used.
Finally.
Yeah, and if men come around and they're cute and want
No,
me
I
to
swear to
wear them,
God,
yeah,
the
help a little
sun
bit.
comes out in New York, the vibes are so high.
Yeah.
Like right now, this is our Super Bowl. This is what we've been training all season for.
You know what's funny? I realized when I was on my walk yesterday, and it was beautiful. I was walking on the West Side Highway. The sun was setting. The lights were starting to appear. It was so picturesque, and I thought, I completely forgot how horrible those months of winter are. And
Yep.
that's why people stay, is
Yep.
because when you have days like these, you completely forget
Yep.
that the whole rest of like the last 4 months have been torture.
I know.
And you're like, what bad weather?
We really did
What
take it for
happened?
granted living in California when every single day, even in the winter, it's perfect and
Yeah.
warm. It's like you suffer in New York for 10 and a half months for 1 month of
1 month and
good
nice.
weather.
But it's finally consistent. I feel like
Can't wait.
everyone on our comments page, because we've been complaining about how New York makes us ugly, they're like,
Yeah.
you just haven't been through a New York winter. And they're like, you know what? You can leave if you want. And I go,
First of
Like,
all-
I was like, excuse me.
First of all, you're not wrong, okay? But let us complain.
New York needs
it's our
us.
podcast.
New
we
York
can complain.
needs us. Like,
I know.
we really utilize the content here.
I mean, I'm feeling extra wanting to get approached today. I mean, I have a fresh layer of fake
she
tan
actually
on.
had blown out. She had curlers in her hair this morning.
I had rollers in my hair and a bathrobe.
her eyelids are sparkling.
I was trying to do Sabrina Carpenter makeup. She's really having a moment right now.
She's having the moment.
I know. But I swear I'm like a bloodhound. I'm like a hunter.
You're
Looking.
You are more than me. You are more than me lately.
But I'm just maybe it's this sounds bad, but maybe some people will understand. I just like attention. Is that surprising? Probably not.
Yeah, I know. I've never. No.
Never, you couldn't tell?
Really?
You couldn't tell?
You like attention?
Well, my moon rising, didn't it say that my characteristic is somewhat self-centered?
it's her
which,
moon, her emotions.
Yeah.
Everything has to be a little bit
Which,
about
by the
her.
way-
It's a Leo, if you guys were wondering.
I'm acknowledging that, so don't come at me with things that I already don't know. But I swear to God, I feel like I'm just like they're the flame, I'm the moth. Like I am ready to mingle, to get free drinks.
It's not like, though, your track record has been very good.
No,
If
it's
I'm
been
I'm gonna call
really
you out.
bad.
It's been really bad.
Yes.
It's been bad, guys.
You
Like-
guys, you know, the lesson in all of this is when you are dating, especially in New York, and you get knocked down, it's so easy to stay down.
What is she saying?
But we're getting back up, and that's why we put these dresses on
Don't
today.
loop me into your
I'm
bad.
totally looping you into
Let her
it.
cook. Let her
I
cook.
was like, excuse me. She's like, we're knocked down. I'm like, actually,
We are.
you know what?
We vented about it yesterday.
I am knocked down a little bit.
Yeah, babe. But your gloss is popping. Your hair looks blonde. Nothing to be sad
you.
about.
I hope it's blonde. Never
Titties
brunette.
sitting very nicely.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Push up.
Duh. Obviously.
Wait.
They don't just defy gravity.
The roasting is beginning.
Well, that's just anyway. Last episode.
You're a whore.
Here's a little story time. You call me whore?
horrible.
I was gonna say thank
I
you.
called you a science hoe last week. This week, you're like a little milkmaid hoe. Little
Okay.
scarlet letter.
Okay, sure. Anyway, last week's episode, I told you guys that I was pursuing 2 gentlemen, both with the same name, same height. Chris is fist pumping.
See?
His name's not
See,
Chris,
gang,
by
see,
the
gang.
way.
What if it was? What if it is?
Let's not. No.
Starting the
narrative's
conspiracies.
no. Say the rumors. That's your rumor.
By the way, I have just really quick side note. So many comments have been controversial on who should go out with you between the 2 of us. Some weeks it's like, oh, the tension between Sistine and Chris. And then another week it's like, Chris and Sophia are so adorable. And I'm like,
Oh
do
my
they
God.
know? It's so funny.
I wish they only knew what was happening. You'll never know. Anyway,
It's
so
like, it's both actually.
oh my God. No. Anyway, so last week I said I'm pursuing 2 men, both with the letter C in their name, same height, same gorgeousness, excited. Okay? Friday night, I hit up the one guy. We'll say, man number 1.
Yes.
I said, where are you? He said, I'm getting a drink with my friends. And I said, Sophia, wing woman me right now. I made her come out.
Yeah.
And the vibes weren't there. Nothing wrong with the guy, just really wasn't hitting it off. I was like, you know what? We're friends. Perfect. But I was more excited for guy number 2. Guy number 2 is someone that I have had my eye on for, sounds so creepy, well over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Well over a year.
A
I spotted him like last July. And I said, I'm manifesting this man. I want him and I want him now. But I was patient. I took my sweet time. By some miracle, through a friend of a friend, this one female was friends with him, and I was able to set up the connection there. I said, hallelujah, what are the odds?
Yeah.
But this woman comes back to me and goes, okay, to make it seem casual and not like a full-blown setup, let's do a group dinner.
Yeah, let's make
And
it.
I said, no. Give him my number.
Well, I agree. I mean, like, that's kind of a weird introduction. Don't you just think
Yeah.
that you can kind of just give the
This
number
is exactly
and
what I
see if
told
it
her to write
works?
to him. Quote, I know this really awesome, super cool girl. I think you guys would hit it off. If you're interested, here's her number. Leave it at that. And if he texts me, amazing. If he doesn't,
Yeah, exactly.
whatever. But they kept insisting on the group dinner. So I was like, you know what? Fine. I'll do a group dinner and we'll act like this isn't a full-blown setup for the 2 of us to meet. And then I'll just put my riz on and figure it out.
But
you know?
I don't know how you're going to be able to put your riz on.
That's what's hard too, because I was telling Sophia when I'm on dates, I know I flirt awkwardly and I do lie a lot. And
She just means
no, I mean I don't lie. Just like
dramatize the current things.
I'm a
that
little
are going
theatrical,
on in
so like
her
I'll
life.
say one thing, but then I'll amp it up a little bit just so they're a little bit impressed.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
no.
I think you got to do what you got to do, and then once they fall in love
Yeah.
with you, you tell them, "Kidding,"
Here's
and
the
then
thing.
they still love you, so they can't
I-
leave. Don't like lie, but like just
no, I'm a storyteller.
yes.
You know, I'm an artist. I have visions. Anyway, so
God.
so get this, right? I fake tan. I did my eyebrows. I like put a hair mask in the night before. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. It's D-Day. It's reckoning day. I cannot wait to meet this gorgeous man. Okay, stop shaking your head, Sophia.
D-Day.
C-Day.
I know.
It's C-Day.
C-Day.
Love that more. And then in the morning, I get a text. Dinner's canceled. One of the girls can't make it. And I was like, what the hell? Like,
Which is dumb.
which is dumb because I just want to meet him. I don't need these other females there. So I was like, oh, fine. I'm so upset. I'm like just pouting all over
Yeah.
the place, right? Sophia goes, all right, well, I'm going to go run some errands. I'm going on a walk. And I said, you know what? I need to get out of the apartment. I'm in a bad freaking mood. I'm wearing the pajamas that I had on. And I was like, I don't care. I'm not planning on seeing
She was
anyone.
wearing like her little white tank top, workout outfit, and like pajama shorts.
But
that
like
she slept
sweaty,
in.
no makeup. And I have to give this context. It's important to the story. The apartment that we live in there's maybe 40 people that live in it.
Yeah, it's a very
It's
small
very
building.
small, very boutique. So I've never run into anyone in the elevator. I've never seen anyone in the common area. Like
No.
it almost feels empty.
Yeah.
Right? So the odds of running into someone is like 0.
You even like just never.
So we get into the elevator and we're hitting the ground floor, and all of a sudden the elevator door stops on one floor below us. And I'm like, well, that's shocking because that's like never, like, I don't even know what anyone looks like
Yeah.
that lives here. The elevator door opens. Guess who walks into the elevator? The guy.
Yeah.
The guy.
How
The guy.
weird is that?
Guess whose apartment he was coming out of?
Oh.
His girlfriend's.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So,
Men, why?
in that moment, literally, let me just give you
God,
a POV.
they just do
No.
one
let me-
thing.
I know.
Like, it's just, you're so close.
Let me just
And
give you a
then-
POV, right?
No.
I'm in the elevator. Instantly, when the doors open, I knew it was him. I recognized him. And I just stood straight, like blank stare. I didn't even look at him, just looked straight at the wall. And I could see Sophia's eyes darting
So I
back
have a
and
bad
forth.
I have a bad habit of like playing cool.
So uncool.
So this is like also side note about myself. When Sistine and I are walking down a street and there's someone we know, like either she's dated or I went on a date with, or just one, not even a big deal. I will verbally say, "Oh my God, it's him, it's him, it's him," and I'll stare. I'll run across the street. I can't handle it. Fight or flight. I fly and I freak out. Sistine's so cool. Like she'll walk past her exes and just not even be phased and just be so chill. So I'm in this elevator, right?
Making it
Clearly.
so obvious.
And I'm looking. Well, first I didn't realize it was him because I didn't know what he looked like. I wasn't really aware as much as you were, but I kept staring at him because he's huge, and I go,
You could feel me.
Yeah,
just like
I look at Sistine,
white
and
knuckling
she's
it.
just straight like this,
I was
and I know Sistine's looks. He is also straight, staring straight ahead, like
almost
kinda
like
weird.
he just got caught.
And then I'm looking like this.
Here's the craziest part,
Clearly.
right? He didn't cancel the dinner.
No.
He wanted to go to the dinner to meet me.
Well, we found this out later was that he has a girlfriend, but you clearly can't go on a one-on-one dinner with a girl.
Exactly, because that will look sus. The female calls me the next day and said, I had a really long conversation with him last night, and he failed to mention when I was pitching you to him that he had a girlfriend. So I was like, what was his grand master plan here?
What
to
is
date
with
two
men
people?
and
You can't have two
girlfriends?
people. You get one woman. What's that from? You get one wife. you get both. You can't have. That's not how it works. Not how the world works.
That's
Why
a
not?
new girl.
I don't know.
But yeah, these men that have girlfriends that are just kind of they're just kind of making it messy, aren't they? They're just making it really messy.
Yeah, men with
how about-
girlfriends.
I have a question. Men with girlfriends. If you don't like the girlfriend, leave them.
Well, maybe it's
How
not
does-
that easy.
No, but I'm just saying, instead of maybe cheating on her,
Ooh.
why don't you just be honest with her and yourself and let her find someone that does? And then you can too. Instead of making these little roundabout weird ways to get to another girl and then manipulate her as well as the girl you're dating.
Well, you know what, sir? I'm glad you have a girlfriend, and I'm glad she lives one floor below me. I hope to be seeing a lot of you in this elevator. Thank you.
I actually hope so too.
Me
That'd be very
too.
funny.
Man, I can't wait to play
That
with
was-
this one.
That was pretty.
I'm
That was
gonna ruin his life.
That was like that was
Respectfully.
probably one of the craziest things. Sistine screamed when we left the building.
I ran down the street screaming F-U-C-K on the top of my lungs because things weren't registering. I was just upset that I looked so
she
sweaty.
didn't look that bad.
I did, Sophia.
No, you didn't. You didn't look that bad. You are.
I just came from a workout, greasy
She was
hair.
hot. She's wearing like a tight little tank top and like booty shorts. She's chilling. Guys aren't like looking at you going like, oh, she didn't put on.
It did the job. It's
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
that enough? All right.
Yeah. He's not looking at you going like, oh, she forgot to put blush on today. Like,
I
oh,
did.
I didn't have anything on.
It
Her
was
shine from her workout. No,
awful.
that was just pretty wild.
It was awful.
Yeah.
That's the thing with New York. I feel like you run into everyone. You can't hide anyone.
No, you can't. You really can't. I feel like it's always the days that I know that I just don't look good. I'm going to see someone. You run into more people than I do in the city, but I actually don't find myself seeing that many people ever. You've always manifested people at the right place, right time. She's seen everybody that I've dated. She's seen everybody that she's gone out with.
I love
Even though
running
she
into
hasn't, clearly.
I love running into your exes because they feel like my exes a little bit. They're around so often.
Yeah.
No, because I
I don't have that many exes, y'all. She's acting like I have
so many exes.
two.
The worst is when you run into the ex with the new girl and you're like, hey.
Yeah, but yeah, it just
How
well,
y'all
it's you. It's not Sistine. You running into my ex with his new girlfriend is not that big of a deal. Like that's just way different.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, what else should we talk about?
Morgan Wallen.
Oh,
Okay, so Sistine and I went to the Morgan Wallen concert on Saturday because
Rock
Stagecoach
on.
wasn't enough. We needed to rewatch his entire set. And so last minute, I watched on TikTok that he was performing at MetLife on Friday. And I said,
Yes.
Sistine, let's figure out a way to finagle our way into the concert. And we did.
it was raining on us.
It was drizzling.
My pants were wet.
And
There's
during the
nothing worse than wet jeans.
I
and then
actually
sitting in a wet bleacher.
No, it
No
was
thanks.
drizzling. And there's nothing more euphoric than a light drizzle at a concert. I think it's so cool at night.
You are trying to be so romanticizing. Like, you're like, oh, Morgan Wallen, he's singing to me in the rain.
Okay, did not say that at all in the last
But you're
sentence.
thinking it. You're thinking it.
Yeah, because I'm in the nosebleeders and he's gonna see me through the blaring lights and all the other chicks.
I
with
know
their-
what's going on in your brain. I don't think you understand. I
So
feel like
annoying.
sometimes I am you. Like sometimes I think we're around each other so much we morph into one person. So when you have a thought, I thought it first and then it went to you, and vice versa. So I know what you're doing.
I'm just romanticizing any situation. I romanticized my walk last night. I was listening to podcasts. I was listening to music.
Were you listening to Unwaxed? Is that
Yeah, I don't listen.
self-centered?
No.
Narcissistic.
I
know a little bit.
definitely don't listen to our podcast.
Really?
No.
Sometimes I listen to old episodes.
I look at old
They
clips.
were so bad.
No, some of them were funny.
Some.
Some. But yeah, I know we went to
God.
the Morgan Wallen concert and I thought it was really fun. I just love his music.
Yes.
You have anything to add, Sistine? As she always says to me.
Should we address what's on the table right now?
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. We did bring this up last week.
Okay, so producer Chris just subtly dropped a huge bomb on us saying that he has a card game about roasting. So I asked him, I said, Chris, can you please bring it in? Because I feel like I'm in the mood to get a little bit roasted. How do you play?
Literally, you just draw a card. There are two types of cards. There are roast cards and there are challenge cards, but they all kind of end up in people getting roasted.
Hold on, did you design this?
I didn't design it myself, but yeah, we hired somebody to design it. UConn grad, shout
Ooh.
out. Shout
Okay.
out Olivia.
So
Okay.
I grab a card.
It's called Roast Me. You can get it on Amazon.
Yes.
Go, Chris! Man of many layers.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh wait, so we grab a card and then we say like, who is most resonated to
Yeah,
that
if it
card?
says roast on the top, it's going to be like a who here and then some kind of characteristic.
Yeah.
If you read them before you read it out loud,
Okay.
and then pick through them a little bit.
Okay.
Pick the ones that you like and don't like.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying because now it says challenge on this card.
Yeah, there's some.
Okay. So it says
Oh god.
send a Venmo request to your ex that says for the times I had to spend with you.
Fun fact, my ex wrote that.
Oh,
no way!
Wait.
When she was not my ex. When she
You're
was not my ex.
kidding me.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so petty.
Wait, I can't do it because Venmo banned me.
I
Why
can
Venmo
do it.
ban you?
I don't know.
I just feel like I'll die if I
You
do
don't have
this.
to. You can skip them. Just
I have to
keep
skip that
skipping
one.
through
You do
'em.
yours.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Oh my god. Who here is a hopeless romantic? Duh, Sophia.
Hi.
It's like written
That's
for you.
so easy. Okay, my turn. Oh God, no fucking. All right, go around the group and let everyone tell you a reason why you you would be a bad person to date.
Oh my god, we have to do this one.
Okay, why would I be a bad person to date?
Okay. Sophia would be a bad person to date because she has anxiety that often will give her little bit of moodiness here and there. So sometimes you're projecting on the guy and he's like, what did I do?
I actually seem like I get more closed off.
Yeah, see, there's something. Like you put up a wall and you're like kind of angry.
Yeah, I
and-
shut down.
Yeah, you shut down.
Yeah.
So that's my
Do you have a reason why I'd be bad?
I do. I have one ready.
Really? Oh, I'm so curious.
But it's like one of those like I work hard to things like that's like kind of I feel like you would keep someone like you would cause someone to face things that they don't want to face about themselves. Like you would keep them honest.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
And then you'd have to be accountable when maybe you're not ready to be accountable
Yeah,
yet. That's
totally
my
true.
They have to admit what happens in their lives, like why they're causing and saying the things that they
Yes.
are. But then when it's my turn, I go, no.
That's actually nailed it.
Describe your worst character flaw and let the group correct you if you're wrong. Okay, do
These
it.
are really mean. Wait, I need a brutal one.
My worst character flaw is that I overthink so bad that I can get sharp with people. That I like because
Yeah.
I'm so anxious about something, I'll project it on you or someone else.
Okay.
Like I'm just.
I have 2.
The question was it's so I'm wrong. So
yeah,
it's-
you're wrong. You're wrong. I would say you're very kind of going off what Chris said, like controlling and bossy.
Wow.
So if it's
By the way,
not-
Chris said neither of those things. just for the record,
Chris's words.
we can.
No, it's like if it's not your way, it's wrong.
Well, I know it's the right way when I do it my
See?
way.
So it's very like
But I'm very
not even up for
But
debate.
I need someone to loosen the reins. Do you have
no,
a
you
bad
need to
character
loosen
flaw
the
for me?
reins.
For you, no, I don't have one.
Thank you.
Smart answer.
No, I don't.
We just don't even let him try. It's like, but
This is awful. Slide into the DMs of someone who is happily committed in a relationship. The message must imply you're aware they're in a relationship but don't care. I feel like I'd be such a hypocrite if I just did this coming off that story.
this sounds like a card
Okay, let me do
for
another.
someone
That's
else.
that's a really fun card.
That was
Who
like
here
rude.
holds the pettiest grudges?
You.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't-
we gotta
I don't-
roast Chris.
I don't hold grudges. I actually don't even know. Do you hold
Keep going. Yeah.
grudges?
Yeah. Oh,
shit,
yeah.
then maybe
yeah.
you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Chris holds the pettiest
Do
grudges.
you?
I held them for a
really?
long time. Yeah.
I don't hold
Oh.
grudges. I can't. My brain capacity can't fill
my
for
God, that
people
one's
I'm
funny.
upset with.
Who here always says I love you 2 weeks too early? Chris, for sure.
You think so?
Yeah. I think you're
Not
a
me.
softie.
I was gonna say you. I literally thought of you specifically when I
By the
pulled
way, you
that.
said I love you like after the first month.
That's true. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
it's me.
that's
it was
true.
like
Well,
we talked
Sophia.
about it on the
Yeah,
pod at
that's
some
true.
point.
Fine,
and I was
fine.
like,
I
oh,
do-
that's some Sophia stuff.
Yeah, fine, okay. Well, anywho, I love the game.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
roast is really fun. I
We're
would
gonna
totally
order
play
it
this.
to our parents' house.
Yeah,
We'll play
let's play with their parents.
Oh my god, they'll love it.
They'll
I'm gonna
love
do
it.
right
We'll have
after
all of our
this.
siblings there. All of our siblings. Scarlett. It is Scarlett's birthday this weekend.
Happy birthday, Scarlett!
Happy birthday,
So,
Scarlett.
by the time this
Scarlett has
episode's
been dying to come on the podcast. She's
I
coming
know.
to New York in a few weeks.
We
Oh,
should.
shit, I
So we
never
might
met her.
have her on.
I know she's great. She's funny.
I want to see how similar she is to both of you.
Literally the
Opposite.
polar opposite.
Polar opposite.
But that'll be interesting to see
like the
The
regardless.
classic younger
we
child.
definitely are planners. Like we will have our schedule totally aligned to what we want. Scarlett will probably plan it the day of or maybe post it happening
Yep.
and then have a dumpster
She'll
fire
like run
of
into
people
the
running to
studio
figure
with
it out.
half wet hair, a cream cheese bagel in her pocket, and like 3 bags on her arms. Like she just
No, she's a,
ran a marathon.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
she looks crazy.
but she's turning 22, which is so crazy.
20 freaking 2.
I know.
You know what's so crazy? I got this is why I love Snapchat, not because I Snapchat people, but you have those memories from like 3 years ago and 4 years ago today. And the other day, it was 6 years ago today, we were at Sophia's college graduation.
Oh wow.
Can you believe it's been 6
6
years
years.
since you
You
graduated?
know what's so funny? I miss school so much. Like I miss sitting in a lecture and learning and writing
Wow.
notes.
I miss homework.
Love school. I used to say I hate school, and I'm going to be totally honest. I loved going to class. I loved writing down notes.
Assignments.
Oh my god, I could not tell you how excited I was to go to Staples and get multicolored highlighters and pens and my journal to like for each class and my binder. And I always bought the books. I didn't like the online ones. I'm like, I like to highlight. God, I miss it. I just like school. Like maybe not like elementary school, but
I miss school in general.
yeah.
I love homework.
I do too. I love like coming home and I still have to use my brain when I'm doing it. I think the only thing we didn't like about school was pretty much the social part of it, like high school and stuff. The social part was annoying, but the schooling part wasn't bad.
You know what's funny? I always really late at night when I can't sleep around 1:30 or 2 in the morning, I always look up certain kids that were in my middle school or just to see where they're at today. And I always
Yeah.
get so curious. I recommend doing it. But then sometimes I'll stalk Sophia at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, she mentioned to me she stalked my Instagram page.
I'm just trying to see if like
To,
any things you should archive
She-
or
by the way, she saw. Wait, no, that's funny.
Too much smooth filter on this one, like-
A month ago, she did this, and she said, "I was going through. I saw that she took away a lot of photos. I'm like, oh, I haven't archived any of my photos,
Oh,
like
babe.
forever." And she looks at, she goes, "All you kept those?" And I
Especially your TikToks. I like to go back to your TikToks. A lot of voiceovers.
Can I just? You do too. She's so rude. What? Because I'm 27. That like voiceovers are
You
cheesy.
brought age into this, not
No,
me.
but you and Scarlett
You're
shit on
ageist.
me for the. I'm not ageist. You are ageist because you think
You're
it's cringy
ageist.
if I do it.
Chris is ageist.
People,
A little bit, but we're both older than you, so.
Exactly. But Sistine went through my Instagram. She told me late at night. And you know what's funny? I actually do that to you. I'll go through my Instagram or go through yours and be like, oh, that's like a photo she posted. It's like 2022.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wonder what's that photo that the guys pick, right? You're talking to a new girl, you're telling your boys about it, and that's her photo, you know? Like there's always one. Come on, you know
want
what
me
I'm
to
talking
find
about.
each of yours?
Yeah!
Oh, mine?
I want to know. You know you're struggling as a female when you have to go to her like tagged to find his that's him photo from like 2021.
Yeah. I'm actually curious what you end up deciding.
Okay, let me take
You
a
can
look.
go when we talk, you decide which one it is.
Okay.
This is random to bring up, but speaking of schooling, lately, I didn't even tell you this. Lately, I've been going into looking at master's programs at NYU because I'm considering, I was just like looking at some of the programs I can take for my master's, and it's a 2-year, 2-year thing, and it's not full commitment. It's only like 2 electives a day.
Wait, why do you keep so many secrets from me?
I'm not. I decided
this morning.
No, I haven't. By the way, I even told Mom. I haven't told anyone. I'm like just bringing this
Wait,
up
you
on
were
the podcast.
gonna plan on staying in the city for 2 more years?
Well, you can take some online classes, and this isn't just NYU, but I was just looking at the master's classes because I'm like, it would be interesting to,
Whoa.
I have so much free time. It'd be kind of cool to take a master's in like clinical psychology or something, because I love psychology and I love all of that stuff. And I kind of wish I took psychology in college.
Wait a minute.
But yeah, I don't know.
But what made you want to do this?
So you know what? This is like why I kind of wanted to bring this up, because I think this is probably good for like listeners to listen to. And then you also can relate to this. I always have myself in this little limit of what I can do, because I think that, because I'm hitting my late 20s, I can't pursue this. I can't do this. I can't do that, because this is where my time frame stops. But I don't know. I just lately have realized that life is so long, and I'm like, why? If I've always been curious about it, why not just look into it? I'm not saying I'm doing it officially, but I would love to go back to school and take that. Because what if I end up, let's say I do the book thing and I do all this other stuff, but I don't really love it anymore. Like, I would love to be able to, maybe be a therapist or do something where I help people and like talk to people and research. And I don't know, it's why limit yourself to just one thing?
Shouldn't.
And
Yes.
so I was looking into that, and yeah, you know what I also think is the reason why I feel very motivated to kind of forge paths that are unknown to people in our family and stuff, is because I've been listening to so many podcasts that are super motivating.
Which one?
Super motivating. So yesterday on my walk, I was listening to Mel Robbins. If you guys haven't listened to her podcast, I'm going to shout her out because I love her. If you actually need someone to tell you the raw truth of like, this is why you're not getting to this point, it's Mel Robbins. And I listened to this one podcast episode, and it completely shifted my thoughts on, when you come up to our parents or anybody that you're your friends about an idea, and they kind of look at you, go, like, what do you know about it? Or like, I don't think that's a good idea, right?
I relate so hard.
She was talking to the founder of It Cosmetics, who had worked her way to the top, was doing all of these busing jobs, and she became an anchor, and she created It Cosmetics from like literally the ground up. And she was talking about some of the ways that you can get more confident, and like how do you stop yourself from quitting before starting. And one of the things she talks about was that specific topic, which is people saying, oh, I don't know, and kind of putting doubt in your head. She said, you're not crazy, because people would always say you're crazy, She said, you're not crazy, you're just first. And for me, it kind of it sunk into me, and I go, anything that I do that my parents haven't done, my siblings haven't done, my friends haven't done, they're going to think it's uncharted waters. And naturally, our reaction when we don't know something is to go away from it because we don't understand it. We push it. And so I kind of changed it. I go, okay, this is scary for me, but it's something I'm interested in. I'm just the first to do it. And then if I did it, no one else would be worried about it because I would understand it. That quote alone put into perspective, like, you know, you can really achieve whatever you want, even if it's totally out of your wheelbox.
Yes.
And even if people don't understand it.
I love that, Sophia.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
don't
can't
be
tell if you. I
shy.
can't tell if you like genuinely think this is a.
That's so mean that you would say that.
I don't know.
Of
I'm
course, I
getting-
think that's amazing.
Thank you. Well, we'll see. I literally, I'm telling you, the only person I talk to about this is my therapist. Hence why she wrote the email. The only person. And I wasn't even going to talk about like considering a master's.
I feel like we limit ourselves to like what we can do and what our capabilities are, but who's to say that you're not qualified enough or smart enough to go out and get your master's? Why can other people do it? Like,
Yeah.
you should do it just because you're interested.
Yeah,
in it.
because I'm interested.
And if someone says no, you're talking to the wrong person.
Exactly.
That's
You know,
what I tell myself.
if I can go out and try to get my master's for clinical psychology
Oh
or
my
whatever I end up trying to
God.
do, because I think it would be really cool to do it as a podcaster and like, you know, put in a box, people can say, you can do anything. You know, like
Yeah.
you can really do anything.
I could win a spelling bee. Maybe not that.
I think I have to
Maybe
train you
not
for a
that.
little bit before that.
Excuse me.
That's a good thing. I'll train you before that to help you spell. You asked me how do you, in the car, you asked me to spell a word for you.
I did. I didn't know. I was
It's
texting
okay.
Chris. I didn't know how to spell a certain word. Oh my God, why'd you just text me, Chris?
He's sending the photos.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is,
Oh,
this is like, that's her photo.
I took this of
Is
you.
it really?
I picked a few. I
That's
picked a
actually
few.
Okay.
that's actually oh my God, that's so surprising. I did not expect those.
Wow.
Every guy likes that one, and I actually was gonna delete
I knew
it.
that was the one.
Because your
yeah.
butt crack showing. What do you mean? Of course, guys like, oh.
That one's a good
Well,
one.
this was a
I
little
took,
risque because I'm like lying in front of a bed,
I took that one.
being like, come on in.
no, that's
Ooh, I like this one
that
too.
one's so cute.
Was it the fake freckles? It's the fake
It's a
freckles.
blush.
Yeah.
Oh God, that one. Of course, that's
I
you.
mean, you gotta throw one of those in there. You gotta throw one of those in there. You wanted the honest
For
answers.
context, Chris picked out a photo of me in a sparkly red bra with reindeer
Listen,
antlers.
Do you
on.
guys want the truth? And
I love it.
these
I'm
aren't-
turning red. Christopher,
these-
I posted these.
so embarrassed.
You gotta do the same thing for
Wait,
me.
by the way, I will. I posted these
I love this.
for the reason of that.
No,
Duh.
like I will
Hello.
say, I think it's so much fun. If you have a boyfriend, please ask him that's her photo.
That's her photo.
Please,
Yes.
I did that with my ex, and I thought it was so funny because the photo he ended up choosing was so not the one I thought it was gonna be.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just like it's just a guy's preference.
It's just it depends on like what you post thinking it'll attract a guy versus what actually
Yeah.
attracts a guy.
exactly.
Yeah, interesting.
I
I
know.
normally do their LinkedIn profile picture.
Wow.
To show my mom,
Seriously?
to show my
because
mom,
we
'cause
take
they're like-
bad. Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
they're like in a
LinkedIn is like
suit.
not a good one.
You know, Jennifer's so picky. If they're in a suit and tie, she's like, "Oh my God, I love him."
Professional.
Professional. Do you still have your LinkedIn account?
No, I never had a LinkedIn account in the
Well,
first
then how do we
place.
stalk people?
You can just stalk.
Oh my God.
general,
You want to see
like,
the
it's not that
funniest
hard.
picture I sent Sophia last night at 1 a.m.?
Let's see it.
So I made this a while ago on the podcast. And this is a quote Sophia said. That's her, right?
Yeah.
And Sophia said this on the podcast.
I see where this is going.
And I just want to bring it up again. From Sophia Stallone, and I quote, "Stalk their LinkedIn. If they're loyal to their company, they'll be loyal to you."
Yo, bars.
Thank you.
Bars.
Honestly, it's really good.
It's kind of true. That means they like stability. That means they don't like to rock the boat. They feel comfortable somewhere. Doesn't mean they're game changers and gonna, be
Ooh.
aggressive in some way. But no, they're stable. They're comfortable. They're organized. If they say the same job.
Do we have any listener questions?
Here, guys, ready?
Question of the week.
Hi, Sophia and Sistine. Love you guys. How do I get over being embarrassed to be on dating apps? I feel so embarrassed that I haven't met someone out or in person, and I'm terrified of matching with someone I know in real life. Friends with my ex, etc. It feels totally fine, no judgment when my friends or others are on apps, but why is it so embarrassing for me, and how do I get over it?
I think you should answer this question because you were mortified to be on the app. That
Yeah.
You deleted it not even 20 hours
Private.
later.
Well, that was partially because I am embarrassed to be on it, and I was also just doing it because I ended things with my ex like a week prior, and I was just trying to be like doing what he did to me.
I don't think you
but
should-
It's not even.
I don't think you should feel embarrassed because everyone that you're seeing and is seeing you on the app also signed up for the same app.
But I
So-
understand. But you know what? I actually do understand it because coming from someone that I don't like when people know my business. And I really think that's what it is at the end of the day. And I do hate when I know my photos out there and people that I could be, when if I walked into a bar, like someone could have been matched with me or they just know I'm on the profile or my boss or like whatever the situation is. But it's so universally used and everyone's on it that you shouldn't be embarrassed anyways. Like,
don't take it so seriously.
No.
It's just an app. You don't even have to use it. Like, and if you get matched, amazing. But I do understand it feels a little like last resort signing up for an app because nothing else seems to be working.
Yeah.
But look, you can always delete it. Don't overthink it. If you see someone you know, what I used to do actually to avoid that was change my age preferences and height preferences so that the
Like
people
no
that I
one would
know,
actually see you.
right. So like I would do 2 years older than all of our mutual friends.
You know what also, this is not for if everyone doesn't want to listen to this, but you could delete it. Like I actually haven't had a dating profile and even before
No, but
my
she
ex.
said she's trying everything and she
No,
is
but
resorting to the app.
I'm saying if you feel like it's not working at a certain point and you just are embarrassed to be on it, there are actually a lot of people that are not on it, and it's very easy to meet people out. Honestly, like I haven't been on it, and I've had just probably as many dates as Sistine has, who's on it. So,
I'm not on it. I deleted it.
recently, like, but I'm saying
That's not true. I'm on one.
okay.
I deleted the other one. It expired.
Point being is that I think there's this narrative that dating apps are the only way to meet people today because everyone's online, everyone uses it. And it's a good way to use it, 100%. And I've met so many people that have actually thrived from meeting on a dating app. But it is not the only way, and it's not the best way.
Yeah,
Like,
don't do it because you think that's the social norm to do it.
No,
do what you're comfortable
I
with.
meet people out and about all the time. I get set up through friends last minute. I think the biggest thing for you to do is if you get to a point where you just like, don't want to meet and run into people that you know and being on dating apps, whatever, blah, 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 just delete it or take a pause from it and tell everyone that you're single. Everyone. And say, set me up. And even if they don't come to you within a month, I promise you the amount of times I've told people I'm single and they've come from with a guy 3, 4, 5 months later, people just come into people's lives and they go, oh, like,
For sure.
this new guy I'm dating has a really cool friend I think would be great with Sophia. Like, you know what it is?
It's not worth the anxiety.
No.
It's just a silly app.
But also, if you're on it, you're on it. Who cares?
cares?
You have an Instagram.
Who cares?
Like, you have a LinkedIn. You have a Facebook. Like, everyone can see all your old photos.
It's true.
You know, you probably have an Ask FM. You probably have, like, an
Ask
old
FM.
Tumblr page that has all your embarrassing photos.
Love Tumblr.
No one cares.
But we care about you.
But
Just
we
no
love
one
you.
else.
Just letting you know, we think you're
on
hot.
the
We
app
think you're working
cares.
it. Don't be
Yeah.
embarrassed.
Who cares?
Okay.
Speak your truth. I have a question for the audience.
Oh boy.
Would you rather not know anyone or no one knows you?
I would rather not know anyone. Personally, I can easily answer that, and I can give a reason.
Like at an event, or
No, no,
you're just in
life.
general?
In life. Would you rather not know anyone or no one knows you?
Not know anyone.
Like that's
Because you're just constantly meeting like
I would
new
find
cool
my
people.
Adam Sandler and I'm the Drew Barrymore in First 50 Dates, and someone will replay my life story on a video,
I mean, to
and
be
I would
not
be on a sailboat
known,
and
to
work
be
with
not
penguins.
known is like, that's so sad.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would rather everyone know who I am. Like if I had to wake up one day and I forgot who everyone was, that would suck. But you've seen the movie About Time. I've seen There's 50 Dates, people forgetting their partners and stuff, and it works out later. I mean, you have to be reminded, and it's scary.
I mean, I guess it pegs the question like, what do you care more about? Like remembering people that you love or them remembering you?
Because I would rather have everyone remember me and they take care of me in case I'm alone.
What would you say, Chris?
I'm kind of split on it, to be honest. I'd probably go on your side of it though.
You know, same.
No one knows you. Like, that's horrifying. Think about you run around, you're like, Mom,
Yeah.
Dad, and they're like,
Oh yeah, that's
Hey,
Who's this
hey,
crazy
who's
lady?
this crazy person? Then
That's
they're going to lock you in an
brutal.
insane asylum.
Yeah, it's true.
And then they're going to say you're crazy because
gonna
you
get
don't know any
arrested.
of them, but you have all this information on them, and then they're going to think you're a stalker.
Well, that's the episode, you guys. We love you. We will see you next Tuesday.
Adios.
Blessings.
Blessings, and we will let you know how Scarlett's birthday goes.
And let's get a Mr. Softy.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, can we?
Yeah.